Good morning, everybody. This is Sarah from Sarah Bear's Creative Cave. I'm coming to you guys today with an unboxing of sorts. I did open this beforehand and then thought, duh, Sarah, why aren't you doing an unboxing for this? So here I am, kind of hanging out on the couch today. It's really rainy and dreary, so the lighting's kind of eh, because I don't have any of those fancy studio light things. So I put everything back in the bag, and I'm going to show you what I got. So I do like a lot of subscriptions because I like to try a bunch of different things. I do stuff like I bead, I crochet, I knit really terribly, I'm working on that. I dye my own yarn, I do macrame, so you know, I'm kind of all over the place craft-wise. I kind of like to do a little bit of everything. Excuse me. So one of the subscriptions that I just started, like this is my first package today, so that's kind of why I wanted to show it to you, kind of my review of it, sort of, if you will, is Annie's Crochet Club. I'll look at it, excuse me, in a second. Actually, so I'll show you the bag. I'm a little willy-nilly today, don't mind me. So this is the bag that I got. And you can't see my address because I ripped it off the bag. But it has, like, the address, and it has Annie's whatever it is in there. So it's just a regular bag. And what this is like a Stitch Sampler Afghan Club. Annie's Crochet Afghan Block Club is what it's called. I don't know if you guys can see that. I just don't want you to have my address. Well, maybe you want to send me mail. Okay. So in the envelope that you rip off, it has like the invoice. Mine says 0 because I paid for it when I subscribed online for like my first kit. Sorry about all the crinkling. So there's that. We don't need that anymore. So then in the bag, it's like a big envelope. So you just pull it open. And then, you see in there? There's all kinds of goodies in here. Okay, so the first thing we'll pull out, first thing that I saw was this. This is the light there. So there's 2 crochet hooks and a crochet stitch guide. And it's in this cute little plastic folder. And it shows you on the back like the crochet yarn weight system, which I think is really cool. It tells you like the types of yarns in the category. So for example, like a super bulky is a super chunky, like the types of yarn in the super bulky category is super chunky or roving. By the way, don't use roving to crochet with because you'll be very, very, very sad, and or knit, because you'll be very sad with the results. It won't hold up, it'll fall apart. The first time you wash it, it'll just be a mess, and it's super expensive. So just don't do it. If you really want one of those big super chunky things, buy like a big bulky yarn and then do like 8 or 10 strands to get that super big chunky, like, you know, those big famous knitted blankets you see all over the internet are made with roving and like giant PVC pipe needles. Don't ever do that. Bad idea. So I'm saving you some heartache there. You're welcome. And then inside it has just like general crochet information. It has like the stitch guide, like regular stitches, like single crochet, double crochet. This is geared towards like total beginners. And so like you can see, I don't know if you can see, sorry, I got a glare today. So it has all the different squares. So it's going to be a blanket. So it's, yeah, Crochet Afghan Block-of-the-Month Club. And they send you more than one block at a time. The next thing I opened, I pulled the plastic off of this because it came sealed in plastic. It's a DVD, and it has, so yeah, it says right on the bottom there, skill level, oops, beginner. And this contains a DVD with instructions for blocks 1, 2, and 3. Like, I just got this today. I just opened this like 5 minutes ago, and then thought, duh, do a video. So here I am. So I haven't even popped this in my system yet to check it out. It is 51 minutes long, apparently. So it gives you it's a video tutorial. So in the very, very first block 1, this would be a good gift. Christmas is coming, blah, 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 stuff like that. Birthdays, people you want, like, to teach how to crochet. I work a lot with the homeless, and so I'm thinking that this might be kind of a good way to help them learn and have like a visual aid also. But so for block 1, it has how to understand the basic parts of a crochet pattern, how to hold your crochet hook, how to make a slip knot, how to make a starting chain, how to single crochet, and how to finish off your blocks. Excuse me. Block 2, you'll learn how to double crochet. In block 3, you'll learn how to read a crochet pattern, how to combine chains and double crochet stitches to create V-stitches and shell stitches. And so on the back it says, join us each month as we learn dozens of new stitches, along with exciting tips and techniques that make crocheting fun and enjoyable. And so it's, trying to get that out of the glare. So Annie's Crochet Afghan Block-of-the-Month Club. And you can sign up for that at anniesafghanblockclub.com. But I'll put a link to that in the video description box. Okay, now this I did, okay, so I'm pulling this out of the bag. This is the last thing that's in the bag. Yes. I did open it, like I said before. So I'm going to hold it together in its plastic so you can kind of see what it looks like sort of when I open it. Okay. Maybe. It doesn't want to work. Okay. Get the glare. So it's yarn, obviously. And, oops. And the booklet. It comes with like a cardboard to help keep it so that it doesn't get all smushy and squashed in shipping. And so this is the Stitch Sampler Afghan blocks 1 to 3. And it gives you more of a how the blanket's going to look kind of thing. And on the back it shows you you're making this one, and this one with your first kit. So block 1, 2, and 3. So I won't show you the inside because it has the pattern instructions and whatnot. And so it tells you how to do all of the first 3 blocks of the Afghan. And this is the yarn that you get with it. It is Premier Everyday Anti-Pilling. 100% anti-pilling acrylic. It's a number 4 weight. Recommended needle size for knitting is a 5mm US 8, or for crochet 5.5mm blah, blah, USI 9. Okay. So this is what it looks like on the label. And this one is, I don't like when they don't give you a color name. They just give you a number. I think it says in here, it's like a taupe. Oh yes. So in your kit, which is this first thing, approximately 406 yards of a medium worsted weight light taupe yarn. So because the lighting, I said, like today is kind of blah, it might not show up really good on camera. So it's kind of, yeah, but it's soft, like it's very soft. I know sometimes like a lot of different brands of acrylic can be kind of scratchy or rough or don't feel good, but this is, it's kind of springy a little bit. It's got a good twist to it, and it's really soft. Like I would make a sweater to wear, or a scarf that I would wear like next to my skin. It feels very nice. Yes, so the hooks that come with, I said earlier, I didn't tell you what size they were. They are, the red one is an I9, the 5.5mm, and, oh, I'm sorry, I just noticed there's a yarn needle in there. I didn't notice that before. Okay, let's take, you know what, let's just take that out because that'll be easier, yeah. So this one is an I9 5.5mm. Oh, you can't really see it because of the glare. But they don't have like a brand name or anything, so I'm assuming it's like an Annie's brand. And then this one looks like a beigey copperish kind of color. It is an H8 or a 5.5mm. I'm in Canada, so I always go by the millimeters. And then it has a yarn needle, if you can see that. So that's cool. I didn't notice that when I first opened it. I was like, hey, what's that shiny thing in there? So that's kind of cool. So then you're probably going to ask me, how much does that cost, Sarah? Because I put that away and I forgot to tell you how much it was. Like I said, I paid online and I'm in Canada. So the prices that I'm going to tell you are in US dollars. I don't remember exactly how much it cost me in Canadian dollars. Excuse me. I think it was, well, it was over $20. I think it was maybe, I want to say 25-ish. A little bit less, possibly. Okay. So I'll just kind of give you, like, I'll read you the little blurb. Anxiety brain. Videos make me nervous, and when I'm nervous, I blubber words together like a fool. So, yeah. Dear Sarah, that's me. Thank you for subscribing to Crochet Afghan Block Club. Here is your first shipment. We hope you will get as much enjoyment from the gorgeous original projects in this series as we did when we created them. Take a moment, check your name and address, make sure it's all correct. If you find an error, mark the corrections and return the form to us with your payment, but I've already paid for it. Your satisfaction is very important to us. We appreciate the opportunity to serve you. Sincerely, Annie. Yay! So, the first shipment, you get blocks 1 to 3, the stitch guide and hooks, blocks 1 to 3 DVD, and then, of course, your shipping and processing. So it's $9.99 a month, plus the shipping and handling for me. I don't know if it's going to be different for you guys in the States. But the shipping and processing is $6.95, and then GST. Good old tax. The only things in life that are for sure, death and taxes. 85 cents tax. So my total would have been $17.79 in US dollars. And again, I think that translated, I want to say 25-ish. It might have been 23 something or 24 something. And so that'll be like the monthly charge. And I'm assuming because the DVD says blocks 1 to 3 on it. I don't know if I showed that part to you. That you'll get a DVD every month with a tutorial. So I'm kind of thinking this would be really, really good for like very beginner crocheters because they teach you everything. I'm going to watch it obviously, and maybe I'll come back later and do like a blurb, or maybe I'll post a comment or something. So inside it just has just a normal DVD case. Excuse me. I'm actually kind of really excited. This is a new thing. I don't know. I guess everybody's YouTube experience is different, but I see the Annie's Crochet Club block thing on like almost every video. It's like the little ad underneath the video. So this is my second video, and it's another unboxing. Shocker. But I had to share this. Like, I'm so excited. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting. That's the other downside of Annie's clubs. Because I'm in Canada and it ships from the US, it takes a long time. It can take up to a month before it gets here. I'm not sure if that has anything to do with customs or what, or if it takes them a while to ship everything out. Because I know like some will charge you on the 1st of the month, but they won't send them to like the 15th or the 20th. It depends on different subscriptions. But so yeah, sometimes it can take like 3 or 4 weeks before I get it. But I haven't been disappointed in waiting yet. So the other upside of this cute little plastic case is all your little booklets that they send you. I'm assuming they'll all fit in here. So, and it closes. It's got like a little, like a flap on it. I don't know if you can see the plastic flappy thing. Okay. And it has like a hole so you could hang it. I don't have a pegboard to hang stuff like that, but that's so like you can keep everything together. Obviously DVDs won't fit in there, but I think that's really cool. I'm excited to try it. I have a lot of stuff kind of going on right now. I'm preparing for a fall fair. Sorry, I have some kind of thing. I got up early this morning, got dressed, went out with a girlfriend because we had to go do shopping for the homeless shelter. We help them out, like we volunteer, so we do the grocery shopping for them. One less thing for them to have to do, or pay somebody to do. Anyhow, so yeah, I didn't, I guess, clean my eye out this morning. Oh, I got distracted and I don't remember what I was saying. So yeah, it's my second video. It's another unboxing. I see a lot of unboxing videos from a lot of the channels that I watch. I follow quite a few. Yes, I gotta start doing that. I'm working on it, people. I'm working on it. I'm an imperfect person. I'm perfectly imperfect. So, I have started doing like my own yarn dyeing and stuff. I watch ChemKnits tutorials for that. So this is like an unboxing slash chitty chat about stuff yarn related. I'll put a link to her channel in the description box too. I watched her videos for probably about 6 months before I said, you know what, I think I can do this. And I use only food coloring at the moment because I don't have dedicated dye equipment and I have a really tiny kitchen. Yeah, tiny, like as in my husband and I can fit in there, and if the dog comes in, we're like, okay, there's not enough room on the floor for everybody to be physically in the space. But I have like this really, I don't know if you can kind of see behind me, like the really weird wall shape. I have no idea why it's shaped like that. Maybe from a furnace or a chimney or something back in the day. This is like an old house, like from the 50s. Like it still has those glass. Some of you are going to know what this is, and some of you are going to be like, I've never heard of that in my life. But the old style windows, before we had these double pane argon gas or whatever the heck, high-end windows that are like, what is the word I'm looking for? UV, they're treated for UV like protection and insulation. Ah, my brain remembered the word. That's part of my anxiety. I have a lot of memory loss, so I can be in the middle of a sentence and forget what things like a fork are called. So my life is never dull. I have a very interesting life. Yes, I make up a lot of my own words because I can't remember some words sometimes. So if you see me talking and you're like, that's not what that is, I know. My brain knows, but it won't come out of my mouth. So there's that. But anyways, yeah, so like this house has those sliding glass windows, like with the little glass knobs, the one thick pane of glass with a glass knob stuck on it to open and close the window with. I have a lot of those in my house. Yeah, but I love it. It's quirky and it totally fits my weirdo out there personality. So while I have you guys here, I was talking about dyeing my own yarn. I have a fall fair coming up this weekend that I'm preparing for. So we got crochet and beadwork and my yarn. I have a bunch drying right now. But I thought maybe I would show you some yarns that I dyed. Some I dyed with Jello. Yeah, Jello. And some I dyed with food coloring. Okay. I'm just grabbing them. I have my yarn bin beside me. I'm slowly posting things up on my Etsy shop. It's very time consuming. Especially when you have as many things as I do starting out. Like going forward, when I add a couple of new things, it won't be so bad, but when you first start off and you have a large volume of things, I can spend excuse me for 1 second. Oh no, there we go. I need a drink of water. If I can open it, there we go. So yeah, it's time consuming. It can take a long time. So I don't even have everything. I think I don't even have half. I haven't even started uploading like my hand crocheted stuff yet. I've done beadwork and some yarn. Yeah, so it'll take me at least another couple weeks to get that all done. But anyways, I can post a link to the Etsy shop down below if you're interested in checking it out. And if you feel like giving me some tips, I'm always open to constructive criticism. So I want to show you. Again, the colors aren't going to show up as good because, again, my lighting is blah because it's raining. It's been raining all night and all day so far. And it's, I don't know, like noonish or 1-ish. But, so this is a single ply, like a lace weight yarn. And this one is Ooh, 70% superwash merino and 30% nylon. There's 874 yards in there. And I bought this when it was on sale from Knit Picks. And it's a ball. And then I don't know if you can see exactly. Okay, well maybe not the red one because that doesn't show up good. If the camera will focus on not my face. There we go. So it's super duper thin. So I had taken this out of ball form, and before I had my stuff to make a nitty naughty, I did it around my arm. 874 yards, winding around my arm. It took a long time. But I'm super pumped, like the results. So like what I did with this is I put it in a pot, like low immersion. I'll eventually get around to maybe doing some videos of me dyeing yarn once I can figure out where my tripod and that is. So I put it in the hank in the pot, low immersion style, and I dropped, like I soaked it in vinegar, like water, not just vinegar, water and vinegar. I don't remember the ratio. And then I put vinegar into the water, which is the acid that you use when you're using food coloring. You can use citric acid. I use vinegar because it was what I had on hand and it was cheaper. And I didn't feel like waiting to order something from like Amazon. Anywho, I put it in the pot and then I took like actual food color droppers. I think they were McCormick, I want to say. And this looks like the neon mixed with some of the regular colors, possibly. Like I made this a while ago. Yeah, this was both, because I had neon green, blue, purple, and pink. And then I had bought like a primary color of just the regular, like the little food droppers that you would use to color cake batter or icing or whatever. I got those in red, blue, yellow, and green, I think. That's the 4 primary colors. And then I got like a box of mixed Wilton's icing colors. I can show that in a different video. Anywho, so I did like little drops of color. I'm on a video, and he's being very loud and very rude. Would you like to come and say hi to the people? Come. Come and say hi to the people. Look, there you go. This is Rupert. Yes. Oh, thank you. Do I get kisses? All right, down you go. So he's my sidekick / emotional support animal for anxiety, which means if I go grocery shopping by myself, I can bring him with me. And he helps kind of keep me focused. So when I'm stressed out, he gets all fidgety and starts licking my face and stuff, and that kind of distracts me from anxiety and makes me focus on something different. So anyways, yeah, he likes to bark at everything because, you know, little dogs have more to prove, apparently. Oh, there was something that moved outside. I must bark at it. It was a leaf. Oh my gosh, the world is ending. So anyways, that's Rupert, aka Rupee, aka pain in my butt. So what I did, yes, is with the hank, back to what I was talking about. I go on lots of tangents. I'm working on that. Welcome to the real life version of me. And then I just dropped the food coloring around in little drops. But because I soaked it in vinegar water and it was sitting low immersion, so like I got the water to the point of bubbling and then turned it off. So I got it really hot and then turned it off so that the water wouldn't be moving around and moving the colors around a lot. Because this was like a white, kind of off-white color, like the base. And so then I dropped the food coloring drops around on the hank of yarn. So everything struck super fast and stayed really localized for the most part. Like there's some bleeding of like the purple and stuff like that, because blues take longer generally than reds to adhere to the yarn. Something I learned from my friend Rebecca at ChemKnits. So yeah, but it's really cool. I'm calling this, what did I decide to call it? Oh yeah, I didn't write a name on it because I have these teeny tags. Unicorn Halo, I called it, because it's got like a little bit of a fuzzy halo, and it's just all these super bright, yeah, like I know this is showing up as yellow here, but it's more like a neon limey green kind of, and then there's some pink, purple, red, green, blue, obviously, and then like over here looks like it kind of looks like coppery on the camera, but it's like, well, I guess it's like a deep kind of copperish looking color. So everything turned out really cool. And then because of the kind of yarn it is, I put it into a cake once it was dry because I didn't want it to break because it's fairly fine. So I put it into a cake form. Anyways, then there's this one. And you see the white ties. I use just like the cotton, the mercerized cotton that you would use for like doilies or tablecloths, that kind of stuff, to put extra ties on there. This one is 100% Peruvian Highland wool. Another one. I got all my bare yarns from Knit Picks because that's the cheapest place I could find for myself as a beginner. And this is the very first hank of yarn I ever dyed. And this was inspired by a video that I watched on ChemKnits. This was a combination of Wilton's Gel Copper color and Wilton's Gel Royal Blue color. And it came out and it's amazing. It's like this deep purpley copper color with some like you can actually see like it's very tonal, so you can see like almost it looks glazed in some spots. I'm like, oh, look at this, and then I'm not putting it on the camera. Good job. So you can see here it looks like a bit of a green color. So it kind of looks like green glazed in like the purpley color, and then it goes all the way up to like this lighter kind of greeny teal. Oh, it turned out super amazing. I'm so in love with it. I kind of want to keep all the yarn that I dyed, but what am I going to do with like 40 some skeins of yarn? Okay, so that one was dyed with food coloring. This, okay, is not showing up nearly as amazing on this camera right now because I have crummy lighting, because, yeah. This is a super, super bright, vibrant orange. And this is a very, like, neon lime color. And this was orange jello. And this was lime jello. And they met kind of, there we go, in the middle a little bit. Because I dip dyed one side and then I dip dyed the other side. So they have this really nice meeting place in the middle. And then this one is super awesome as well. It has the orange jello, and then it has blueberry jello, which gave a bunch of different shades, and then like you can see where it kind of mixed here. I'm trying to like hide my face so it focuses on that. So it's got like a purpley bit, and it's got the blue, and then the darky, this is showing up way more red on camera. It's much more of like a purpley pink than what it is showing up on there. And it was cherry jello, and again I just used vinegar as the acid and then heat, and they're all colored fast. Like I wash everything with hands, is what I was going to say. I hand wash everything, and I use dish soap after the water runs clear to make sure, especially with stuff with jello, to make sure I got any gelatin or whatever out. So like if you smell them, they don't smell like vinegar or orange jello or anything like that. So yeah, so there's my unboxing / yarn talk for today. I just felt like I really needed to show you guys this because I'm really excited to try it. I love to learn new techniques, and I love that it's big blocks because I don't like the little tiny motifs that you have to sew like hundreds of them together. I get bored of that very easily. But I'm very excited, and it's like beginner friendly. So if you're new to crochet, or if you're a knitter that wants to learn how to crochet, or if you know somebody that wants to learn to crochet, this would be the perfect thing for that. So I'll come back and do another video after I've done the 3 blocks, and I'll watch the video and I'll do the whole 9. And then I'll come back and show you guys the blocks and tell you what I thought about the video, and the pattern and that kind of stuff. So that's that's it for today. So thanks for watching. Make sure to go check out ChemKnits. She has a lot of amazing videos about dyeing. So if it's something that you're interested in or you've thought about but you're like really intimidated by, like I was, definitely go check out her channel. Like, there's tons of people that dye yarn. I just felt like she was a very good kind of teacher. Very straightforward, lots of detail. She shows start to finish, like how she dyes yarn in the videos and stuff. So definitely go check her out. She was the one who inspired me to start dyeing my own yarn. So yay, thanks Rebecca. I'll put a link to the crochet block, and I'll put a link to the Knit Picks website below where I bought all my bare yarn. I'm not an affiliate or anything like that. I didn't get given the crochet thing. I paid for that myself. Anything that I've shown you so far is all stuff I've paid for. I'm not an affiliate. I haven't gotten given anything. So it's all me telling you what I thought about my purchase personally. So if you guys have any like questions, or if you have things you'd like me to review, possibly I'd be interested in doing that. Yeah, so just send me a message down below, and don't forget to hit the like button. Share with your friends. Sharing is caring. So thanks for hanging out with me, and hope you guys have a super awesome day.